Yeah, hi guys. Welcome to Your Success Plan goal setting presentation. Well, this is a very, very important subject if you want results in any business. Actually, not just any business, in life. If you don't have goals, you're just going to remain where you are. So if you're here and you want change, I really highly recommend that you stay till the end of this film or to the end of this presentation, and also watch it many times because there's a lot of information in here squeezed into 30 minutes, and it's over 20 years knowledge actually squeezed into 20 minutes, but it's all the most important things that I feel is right to lead you in the right direction. So why do we have a goal? Well, this is really important. I don't know if you've ever watched a game of football, but could you imagine if there was two big hooks come along and took the goals away? How interesting would the game be? Okay, it wouldn't be long before everybody's complaining and running out the stadium. And the thing is, I see most people that don't have goals, they complain about life. I don't know if you've seen that. They just don't seem to be moving anywhere, so they prefer to complain. So it's really important to have a goal. And one thing I was taught many years ago, and it's never gone out of my mind. The difference between working with a goal and not working with a goal is results. If you want results, that means you've got to have a goal and it needs to have a date. Okay. What do I mean by that? Well, the date, when you write down a goal, okay, I'm going to sponsor 10 people within this month. Okay. That's really not still a goal because you need to write down the actual date. Look in your calendar and think, okay, within the next 4 weeks I'm definitely gonna register 10 people during that time, because when the date is there, and you keep looking at it, looking at your goals and your dreams every day, it keeps you in action. Okay, because most people, all they're doing is they're sharing their link, hoping for the best, and it's never going to happen, right? You've got to have you've got to have a goal that you're working to, because then it puts you in a certain rhythm. When I registered my 100 people, okay, I knew I had to show 400 people to get that number. It wasn't luck. It was calculated. I worked it out because I knew how many people would say no and how many people would say yes. Okay, remember that. Very, very important. So begin with the end in mind. Well, how much money do you want to make within the next 30 days with Empower Life? Do you know? Have you thought about it? Have you looked at the compensation plan? First of all, look at the very first bonus level, those $10 fast start bonuses. So first of all, you can work on that to decide, okay, well, if I could sign up 10 people a week or 5 people a week, whatever goal feels good for you. I'm not telling you that you've got to sponsor 100 people. You need to decide, okay, well, if I can sponsor 5 people a week, that's quite a bit of money coming in. And then exactly how much your business is going to make based on the fast start bonus. Okay, right, makes sense. But then also there's other bonuses that come from that, which is a little bit more difficult to work out, but because there's the affinity bonus, which is the other one, which is really important, and it comes from spills. As it starts to grow, and you're going to be getting those $1 bonuses from the first 2 people that your downline registers. It soon builds up and it goes infinity deep and infinity wide. So you can sort of do a rough calculation, but be in control of the one that you can be in control of, and think about, how can I get those little $10 bonuses coming in per day? How many of those do you want to come in per day? Okay, is it one? Do you want to get one registration where you're going to need to speak to 10 people to make sure it definitely happens? If you want to get 2 of them, speak to more. Okay, it's just a numbers game. Now you know that you're going to be working on a 90-day plan, because the reason I'm talking about a 90-day plan is because I see people come into this business and they show 2 or 3 people, and then especially online you see the next shiny object business come up and they're gone when they had so much potential in this awesome business. And I think it's sad. So I want to put this in your mind. You know, if I asked you to, you know, I can talk to Lorinda, for example. You know, I can see her online now, and Lorinda's from South Africa, right? And if and I'm not sure if she plays any musical instruments, but if I said to her, I said, Lorinda, you know, how you know how long would it take you to play, you know, learn to play guitar? And I'm pretty sure, you know, she's going to say, well, you know, maybe in a couple of days I might be able to play a few notes or a few chords. But after 90 days, I'm pretty sure she could actually play a few songs and maybe sing a song with it. Okay. Because now Lorinda's laughing, but yeah, we've got to have fun with this business, right? But the important thing is, it's to understand that, you know, to do something different, you need to commit a certain amount of time over compounded over a longer period of time. So if I was you, I'd be serious for the next 90 days, being consistent with your business so you can actually see the results. Always think about the guitar. You know, if you're going to learn to play guitar, it's going to take time. Don't be, you know, you can't expect to play guitar in 2 minutes and then, oh, this guitar's not working. It's not. There's nothing wrong with the guitar. People have people. Nobody. You know, there's lots of people that have learned to play the guitar. Even I could learn to play the guitar just to prove a point. So you know, decide. This is a decision. You know, make a serious decision. Okay, okay. How much money am I prepared to put in to get my financial future sorted out? So your first 90 days. Well, first of all, write down your dreams. So many people still don't do it. Okay. The reason I know they don't do it is because the reason I know they haven't done it is because they don't talk about it. Okay. You know, but I've seen it when I do my dream meetings. We've actually got a film of my dream meeting in the Getting Started. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch it. But I know when I've done that meeting, there's sometimes 100 people, 150 people online watching that meeting, and you'll be surprised, there's only about 10 to 15 people that get back to me later and they say, Jason, I've just written down my dreams, this is awesome, I'm excited about my future. And I know that they are now in the process of switching on the light in their brain to move forward. Okay, write down a 90-day goal. That's sort of covered in a bit before, but write it down. It's really important. You take a sheet of paper, you're going to write down your dreams and you're going to write down your goals. How many people are you going to be personally responsible for that you can put into your business within the next 30 days, the next 30 days after that, and the next 30 days after that. So the next 90 days, what will you put into your business? Whether it kills you or not, I don't want anybody dead, but it's just a figure of speech. We've just got to have the right mental attitude. And then we're going to talk about some create your daily DMOs, your daily methods of operation. Okay, I will go through that in a little bit later. And we're also going to be able to track them. We're going to be able to modify them, and we're going to talk about accountability. All right. You know, accountability, that is a very special one, because when I'm on a goal, I don't tell my wife, I tell my kids, okay, because my kids give me a harder time. My wife, she just expects the nice gifts anyway, all right, and she does, right. But my kids, they give me a hard time, because if I go to my kids, when I'm about to set a goal, and I thought, right, okay, I need 100 people in. And then I'll go to my youngest son. My daughter's a bit older now, but so she sometimes plays with my goals. But my youngest son, he gets it, and I ask him. I said, I'm on a goal. I'm going to register 100 people. When I get there, what do you want? Okay, I'm making myself accountable to someone important in my life, and we made a deal. He just wanted something simple. He wanted to go out to McDonald's. Okay, and he also wanted something for his computer. And the funny part was that yeah, I got in the goal. But I tell you something, if he sees me sitting on the sofa just chilling out, I can feel these little eyes burning at me, and I know what he means. He's saying to me, I thought you're on a goal. Okay, always have someone accountable. When you tell someone about your goals, if you don't have anyone close, tell me. I will give you a hard time in a nice way. Okay, so most of you should have seen this plan. It's in the getting started, but if you haven't, I must go through it quickly. 7 success habits that will make it happen for you. Okay. What I've just been showing you before my results, I've put in my team is over 1,000 people now in Empower in my personal team. I'm not talking about the people that have joined the company. I'm talking about in my personal team, because I practice these habits. So number one, we show our opportunity consistently. Okay. We're going to talk about the DMOs, daily methods operation. I do something in my business every single day without fail. I don't have any days off, but I do have a lot of time off. Okay, that sounds a bit strange, but I'm saying to you that I always decide how many hours a day I'm going to spend in that area, because I need to know how I need to work out what work ethic I'm going to be putting into my business, how much time is it going to take to actually contact enough people to get the results I want, so it matches the goal. And I can't have a goal if I show one person on a Monday and then wait till the Monday the week later, because I'm just not going to get the results. So you're going to have to work with your DMOs. You're going to be consistent. Follow and use the system. Well, first of all, when you log into Empower Life, scroll down. There's 5 points there. That is the best quick start you can follow. It tells you everything about the website, where to find everything, what to do, where to you can get scripts, everything. It's all there, and that means you follow the system. And then number 3 is start members correctly, and you need to do it quick, that because their biggest question is that they've just joined you, but they need to get started. Okay. Well, really, you want to be able to give them the getting started link, as well as telling them to go into Empower Life. Your success plan is extra. There's a lot of people building the business without my education, and they're getting great results. But there's other things in my system that I teach which is not in Empower. There's some extra stuff. Okay. So get people plugged into the system and do it fast. Number 4, duplication. You want to get people on the Zoom meetings. I want you to imagine that you're building your business from meeting to meeting. Okay. That means that if you're on the Zoom meeting on Monday, you need to think about who in my team is with me on the meeting. Do they know about the meeting? Did I tell them? Or did you wait for Alexis Thomas to send an email? Because I don't ever assume in my business. I don't know if you noticed, if you're in one of my groups, I don't wait for Alexis to send a message. I go into my back office and I copy the address or the actual Zoom link, and I send it to all my downlines, so to make sure that they know that Zoom is on. Okay, because I understand I should never work alone. I need to make sure everybody is on the Zoom. If they're not on their Zoom, that's up to them. It's their choice. They need to be responsible for their future, like I need to be responsible for mine. Okay. But as long as I know I've sent out the Zoom link to people, everybody in my team, every single prospect that you've spoken to in the last 5 days, make sure they got the link, because they may be free and they may come on that Zoom. And sometimes I know that some people are thinking, well, it's only one person. Well, what if that one person comes on that Zoom, gets excited, and puts 3,000 people in your business? Was it a good decision? All right. Don't ever count, oh, it's only one person, because you never know what seed is in that person's brain. Okay. A guy registered a guy in India only a few weeks ago. All right. He's now our biggest earner in Empower Life. Okay. And he doesn't come from I don't know what sort of background he comes from, but I know that he's the biggest earner. He just reached the $5,000 mark since he started. Okay. He's got a dream and a drive, but someone invited him to the Zoom and he got excited. Okay, remember that they're all out there. So that's why number 4 is so important. Number 5, number 6, read recommended books 15 minutes per day. I've got a book list for that. We need to change how we think. Everything I learned was from reading, and of course seminars. Number 6, listening to at least one audio per day. I've always got YouTube films playing. I've got a playlist of different speakers, because I need to hear people talking success habits. Why? Because if I don't, I'm listening to me. Okay, that's really dangerous. If I'm listening to you, like you are, if you're listening to you, because we've all got that little inner voice that never shuts up, and that's the one that makes those little decisions about not doing the things on time, not being consistent, because life gets busy. All right, that's us listening to that little voice. When you're deliberate with this stuff, it makes a big change. Be a team player. Number 7, edification. I've got another great film for that. So that will be linked near this film if you haven't seen it. So we're building teams of people, so people need to know whose team you're on. So right, so now this is your first goals. Okay, so what I just showed you were these success habits here. Okay, these are your success habits, and you could have this print. I'm going to make this as a PDF so you can print it off. Okay, and you can also, if you haven't got a printer, you can roughly draw this down. It doesn't have to be, you can just write down these things, put a box by the side. Tick it. Are you showing the plan consistently? Do you use a system? Do you start people right? Yes, I do. It's not rocket science. It's just a reminder list. And when you're doing these things, you will definitely register your first 2 people. Okay. I call these 7 habits core. So you say, are you core? Did you make a decision to do those 7 success habits? Yes, I did. Okay, well, I've signed up 2 people. And then it also says goal card. I'm going to show you the goal card in a minute. Goal card is really important. Remember, the difference between working with a goal and not having a goal is results. Okay. Next goal, because these guys have got a goal card, you've seen me doing recognition for 10 plus leader. This is nothing to do with Empower Live. This is just a recognition that we have within our education. So if someone sponsors 10 people, we'll go, well done, congratulations, you're a winner. Okay. It makes you feel good, and it also inspires to people, well, that Jason did it, well, I can do it too. All right, it inspires people to do it as well. It works in a double reason, a double way. So, and then of course, signed up to apps means registrations, okay, applications. So if you when you've signed up 10 there, okay, your group size will be at least 30 people. All right, 30 people in your business. And then the 20 plus leaders. So you're just going to continue signing up people, because I always say to brand new people when they say, well, how do I build this fast? I say register 20 to 30 people fast. Okay, because you are looking for a few people that would like to follow a goal card. All right, very simple stuff. So there's the goal card. This can be printed off, or it will be printed off. I'm going to make it as a PDF. You can write here, you can write your mentor, who's the person teaching you. I recommend that if you're brand new and you are registered by your mother-in-law that's never done this before, she's not your mentor. Okay, she's just, be grateful that she sponsored you, but she's definitely not your mentor. She's probably got no experience yet, if she's never been in the business. But contact someone upline. Say, well, who's my most active upline? Because you can write their name in, and once you've done this, you can actually write a date in there and say, I recommend, it says week 1, week 2. We want to get this thing going fast, right? I don't think it's impossible for a brand new person to sign up 5 people in 1 week. Okay, it's not about knowledge; it's about being excited about your future. People love to follow people that are excited. Remember that. So 5 people in 1 week. Week 2, sponsor another 5 people. So when we go to the date, we need to open our calendar, count 14 days into the future, and that's the date you're going to write there. And then you're going to be able to print this off or draw this off if you haven't got a printer, and stick it somewhere where you can see it all the time. And then you're going to go into the daily methods of operation. You're going to say, okay, I've sponsored one person. And the little blue box here is to make sure that you gave them the getting started, and you've also got them to watch this film. Okay, because we want to understand, they need to understand that we're going to duplicate the right things. okay? Because when you duplicate education in the downlines, the money stays continuous in your bank account, all right? When there's no education or people aren't really switched in, I don't know, it just dies. It just goes stagnant. I don't know if you've been in a network that goes stagnant. It's really boring, okay? That's why we do this boring stuff now. Okay, get them started. Yeah, okay. Are they on the education? Yeah, good. All right. So what happens if you duplicate the gold card? Okay. So I'm now talking about exploding your business. I've just shown you the first baby steps. We're talking about sponsoring 2 before, sponsoring 10, and then 20, right? Okay. So you're going to sponsor 20 people fast. And we're looking for 10, we're looking for some people that are going to do that gold card. Well, you just saw my numbers, right? I showed you my numbers on Empower. I've got over 1,000 people in my team already. Okay. And it's not to boast, it's just that I've been talking to people, I've been showing people to get a gold card, but now I've put it into a presentation to explain exactly how it works. Because if I went to one of you right now and say, look, do you think you can get 1,000 people together in your business? And I think half of you would be scared to death. Half, you'll be terrified. Well, I can't even sponsor one, right? And the wall goes up and we feel really negative and it doesn't work. But what if I started to show you exactly how to get those numbers, okay? Because this is what we're talking about. So remember the gold card. So there's the gold card, right? Anybody can do that. Stick that on your fridge, put it where you can see it. You can do a screenshot, put it on your phone, and then we're going to get in action because there's your gold card. And we know that once you've completed the gold card, you've got around 30 people in your business just based on what you're doing and a few spills from the people that you've put in because you helped them get started. Okay. So if I said to you, okay, could you put 300 in your business? You still be frightened, right? I never ever mention the 300. What I talk about is getting 10 people on that gold card. 10. I'm duplicating the system. I'm not scaring people half to death that you've got to put 300 people in. Come on, come on. No, I'm talking about could you get a gold card and follow it yourself to do the basics and stay committed to it? And during that journey, we're going to look for 10 people out of that 30 people that we've just found that could have a crazy little gold card and just follow it. Okay. What about if we have 20? We've got 600 people in their business just because they found 20 people that can follow a gold card. 30, 900 people. Okay, there's my result. I've got around 40 people following a gold card right now. These numbers do not lie. Okay, these are bang on. Well, almost. I've got 1,045 to be precise. So, but do you think I'm worried? No, because I know that the system is duplicating and so on. So you can decide. So going to the daily methods of operation, this is where we have to get down to the nitty gritty. We're going to be talking about, how do we get this stuff in action? Okay. I know some of you are working online and you're posting flyers, so that's a great way. You can do free ads. We can post, we can put flyers on social media. We can work in groups and boost each other's posts. We can do paid ads. We can start to get good at YouTube. I don't know if any of you got a YouTube channel yet, but that brings in people all the time. You just got to sort of stretch the comfort zone. Maybe that's an area you want to work in. You could do simple presentations like I do. I can give you the slides. If you've got Canva, you can show if you feel confident. And it doesn't matter. If you want to show a presentation to a few friends, I can give you this presentation that I showed before. If you were on the Zoom before, we did a very simple presentation to show the business. And that presentation, I can give you the PDF for that. And you can download it to your phone. And when you're with a friend having coffee, you can just hold your phone and say, look, I just want to quickly show you something. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, here's the link. Let's get you in. Great. Okay, here's getting started. Let's get you started. Because doing those little presentations, you'll be surprised how many people you'll sign up just over coffee. Okay. Really great way. We got flyers. You can even write content and do blogs, but and also as well inside Empower Live, there are some films there you must watch, because if you're working on social media, Alexis Thomas has got a really great film there that makes it so easy to find prospects, and he teaches you how to get unlimited leads on that as well. So there's no excuse to not have anyone to talk to, because I hear it sometimes, I can't find anyone to talk to. There's no excuse. The films are there. You know, you can get education on all of this. We've got education for everything. You just need to ask us. So daily methods of operation. Well, pick at least 3 of those DMOs. You know, I want to work on social media. I'd like to maybe make some films. I want to start showing some presentations. Okay, that could be your 3. So you choose the days which you will do the DMOs. Okay, because I know you've got some of you. You know, most people have busy schedules. We've got kids and sports, and you know, there's lots of things going on. Life can be really busy. So you need to look at your diary, or look at your calendar and see how much free time you have, and you decide when you can do your DMOs. Okay, and then of course we're going to track your progress every 30 days. So there is your this will be also in the PDF. So if you're right, these are your DMOs. So if you said, okay, I'm going to be posting on social media. Okay, how many posts did you do on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? And then you can write down the total of what you actually did. Okay. Sorry, the total here. And you can just write down these. So this could be your DMO1. So that would be, like, say, Facebook. That could be YouTube. This could be something else, whatever you decide. Because you will be surprised if you really make a decision to fill this in. It is life-changing, because I know all the big leaders, they do this, okay? Because we know what we're like. We can get forgetful. We don't do things and so on. And it just doesn't happen, okay? So every 30 days, if the results are bad, increase your DMOs and the number of times you're doing them. Okay, because the numbers don't lie. As I said, you will see straight away, well, oh gosh, you know, well, I didn't do much that day, but I felt really busy. You know, sometimes we feel so busy, or because we're just thinking about the business, we feel busy. I don't know if you've ever thought, I'm just so busy, but I haven't done anything, because I'm so busy thinking about becoming free and money coming in the bank and blah, blah, blah. And I've talked to a few people online. This is why you need to track the right things, okay? If your results are good, keep the DMOs and the number of activities, you know? Do this every day to see what's working, because maybe YouTube doesn't work for you. Maybe you just don't like doing films, or you can't get the audience, or maybe you don't like social media, so it might be better to go and have coffee with someone. Find out what works for you, because we don't all have to be experts. What I'd like my team to be is, I would like you to find the things that you are really good at and make it stronger. Okay. I don't want to hear the word can't. I want to hear the word can, because you can all do it. You've all got a good point. Everybody's got something good about them, and you can do this stuff. Then where do I need to improve? You know, this is the honesty part, where you need to look in the mirror at the end of the month. Okay, well, how was my results? Am I happy with my results? And you know, and maybe you're really unsure that, well, you know, I seem to have worked really, really hard, but I didn't register the 10 or 20 or whatever the goal was. I highly recommend you give me a call, and we hop on and we have that talk. We call it counseling. Okay. It's so important we have counseling. Counseling is when you've got a goal and you're in action, you need to understand where you're going wrong. Okay. Wouldn't you like to know where you're going wrong, so we can just steer you in the right direction? So, okay, next month's going to be better. I've got an aha moment. I know what to do now. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay. It's just a call away. So remember, guys, the difference between working with a goal and not working with a goal is results. If you want results, you just got to have a goal with a date. and have your daily methods of operation to make sure it happens. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next film. Take care. Bye.